Welcome to WYCE's Community Close-Up. Community Close-Up is our weekly public affairs program produced in partnership with The Rapidian, our hyper-local news service of the Grand Rapids Community Media Center. Community Close-Up brings you a diverse perspective from community leaders throughout West Michigan. I'm WYCE's Janet Zahn, and it's my pleasure to welcome Mariah Malone, Communications Coordinator with John Ball Zoo. Welcome, Mariah. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
That's right. John Ball Zoo can be found online at jbzoo.org for probably most of the information we talk about. You'd be able to gain more details if you go to their website. But here we are talking about the zoo at a time when it's just getting rolling again after being closed for the winter. New things are happening. New exhibits are popping up. Happy to have you here and share some of what's going on at the zoo. What's the first thing that you want to talk about here? Is it the otters? Is it the otters?
Of course I want to talk about the otters. They're part of the best part. Absolutely.
I love that you're calling the reopening of the otter exhibit Otterpalooza, because that just is super fun.
Absolutely. And it's not just a reopening. It's a brand new habitat for them. So Otterpalooza is the kickoff to us having a new otter habitat and us having more otters for people to be able to see and interact with. The habitat is so cool, and I can't wait for it to open to the public. We're going to make it such a fun celebration for our otter troop and just make it so that way they're the first thing you see when you get in, because everyone wants to see the otters first. So we just made it possible.
Oh, that's so great. And when does it open?
It opens on May 22nd. That's our first day of Otterpalooza, but you can come any day from the 22nd to the 24th for the celebration, but they will be there anytime after that as well.
Sweet. The other exciting thing that's going on now is the Lantern Festival. Back again for, is this like the third or fourth year?
It's the fourth
year. Yeah, so talk a little bit about Lantern Festival.
Yeah, I mean, you can't miss it. You're going to hit that before you get to anything inside the zoo. So Lantern Festival this year, I'm so excited. It's so beautiful, so colorful. Like, I know spring is springing and Michigan's beautiful, but this just adds another layer to the beauty out there. And it's just really fun to have that color when you first walk in and see how we're able to intersect culture and wildlife and conservation into this one magnificent celebration. So that's a really fun thing that you can get out of the Lantern Festival.
Well, and this year's theme is Realms of Wonder. So what's new about Lantern Fest this year? I've been before. Why do I want to go again?
You always want to go again.
Yes. But what's new this year?
New this year is actually 95% new.
Oh, wow.
I know that's like a surprising number that no one ever anticipates, but we always try and bring back the really staple pieces that people really liked. And I like to say that they're the swings and the wings. So people really like swinging on our like LED swings. Mm-hmm. And then there's also some light up wings that have been a staple at the event since it started. So we've brought those back, but we also have 95% new. This year, it's going to be like you're walking into a fairy tale. So you start out in our Chinese cultural realm, and you'll go through and you'll be able to see your Chinese zodiac, and you'll get to learn a little bit more about the animals that are in there in those parts of Asia. And then as you continue, you're able to go through our enchanted realm, and in that, honestly, it's like you're walking through a fairy tale. There's unicorns with luscious locks and fairies and creatures that I don't think are real, but who knows? But they're really fun.
That's why it's enchanted.
Exactly. It's very magical. And then as you like continue through that, you're able to go deep dive into the ocean realm. Ooh. And so no matter what, it's a new theme. We have done oceans before. This is not the same. This is totally different from what we've done in the past, because in the past it's been like blue and dolphins, and this year we have a jellyfish tunnel, and it's like you're in the coral reef, and then we also have large scale whales. So there's a lot of different things for you to be able to see, and that's just seeing the lanterns. There's also lanterns that you can interact with, and those ones are really fun too. There's different games that you can play. We have a little like play area, and those interactive lanterns are throughout. We actually even have one where you can video chat with a different zoo's lantern festival, and we're just really excited to have all of these different pieces for people to play with.
And this is going on through June 14th, Wednesdays through Sundays.
Yes. And then May 19th, we start doing Tuesday through Sunday.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So quite a few options in terms of days of the week to go. And what a fun thing to do on a lovely spring evening.
Oh, I know.
Other thing that's coming up is the annual fundraiser RendeZoo Ripple Effect. You want to tell the folks a little bit about that?
Yeah. I mean, RendeZoo is such a favorite. It is a fundraiser, so you do have to get your ticket to come in, but once you're in, you get food and entertainment, and you get to donate that money to such a good cause because it all goes back to the care and conservation of our animals, which just means that you're enjoying an event, but you feel good about going. So
right.
It's always a really fun time for people to be able to come out and engage with people of the community in a new way, and Lantern Festival is going on during it, so it's a really cool way for people to engage with the zoo.
We didn't start out with talking about the mission specifically, but the mission of protecting wildlife and wild places is woven through all of the activities that happen in the zoo. And I would love for you to also talk a little bit about the Wildlife Exploration Days, because that has a particular interest to my heart because it's so much rooted in the conservation and sustainability pieces of work that you do. Can you talk a little about that?
Of course. Yeah, we do try and put a piece of our mission into every single event that we do, but I will say I particularly also am a fan of the Wildlife Exploration Days. So we've already had Party for the Planet. Upcoming is Michigan Wildlife Day, and we have 6 of them throughout the year, but essentially they all have a different focus on conservation or wildlife that we're able to highlight in those days. So Party for the Planet, we talked about recycling and being a nurturer and being able to engage with your local wildlife or just nature in such a good way that you're able to impact your local community and what you can do on a larger scale to impact things farther away from us. Mm-hmm. So anything that we do here does have a larger impact, and this is trying to teach people how they can become better stewards of the earth. And I think that the Wildlife Exploration Days are great at that. You can actually come in. We give out passports. They are available to anyone that comes in. And essentially there's different tasks that you can do, but we have you go around to different, we call them exploration stations throughout the zoo, and you can earn a badge at each one where we'll teach you a little bit more about wildlife or the theme of the day, and we're able to talk a little bit deeper and teach you a little bit more about how to identify wildlife. Even if you're just interested in wildlife, we want you to be excited about it. So this is where you get to learn a little bit more. We have local partners join us too. So U.S. Fish and Wildlife is a great partner for us. The Children's Museum comes out. We try and make it so that way education and entertainment come together. It's edutainment. And so it's just a really fun experience, and we want everyone to be able to engage and remember those things and take them home. So the passports you take home with you, you can bring them back to every single Wildlife Exploration Day, and that is a really great way for people to be encouraged to continue this journey to become a wildlife explorer.
That's great. And the next one coming up is the World Ocean Day. Is that correct?
I think Michigan Wildlife Day is the next one.
Michigan Wildlife,
But
yes.
Right after that, we do have World Ocean Day, yes.
So all kinds of great opportunities to not just be entertained, but also learn and be personally impacted by the exposure to information and opportunities to be better stewards. I love that. Also coming up here are the John Ball Zoo member nights on Tuesdays starting June 30th. So if that's an encouragement for folks to become a member, if you like to go in the evening. How's it different to go to the zoo in the evening?
Yeah, honestly, we have a little bit of extra entertainment for you. It's a more personalized experience because there are less people there. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to become a little bit more involved with the zoo as well. And if you are a member, you can come to our other events for either free or a lesser price. And I think that's a great reason for you to become a member. But member nights is a really fun one where we get to do extra activities and there's just less people there.
Membership has benefits.
It has benefits.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We get that. Anything else going on this summer that you want to talk about before we wrap up?
Sure. We also are hosting a series called Locked Zoo. We have done this in the past, but each one has a different theme to it. And it starts off in June as well. So it'll be June, July, and August. And our first one is Secret Safari. So you have to solve puzzles as you go through the zoo. It is 18 or older, but it's essentially like solving a puzzle as you're going along. And then you get to see if you get out or not. And we will let you out no matter what.
So it's like an escape room in the zoo.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a fun thing. What a fun thing. And that's going throughout the summer. Yes,
that is June, July, and August.
And do you have to sign up, make like a reservation for that? Is that and you can just show up when it's happening?
Yeah, I always recommend that you get your tickets online, jbzoo.org. Mm-hmm. Anything that you purchase tickets in advance is a great one. Our wildlife exploration days, we do offer discounts if you dress to the themes. So
how fun.
We have different things that you have to make it so that way people can come for an affordable price.
It's great. Well, thank you so much, Mariah Malone. Thank you so much for being here and sharing information about exciting things happening at John Ball Zoo. I know we are are we not one of the oldest zoos in the country?
We are.
Yeah. We, Grand Rapids is fortunate to have a zoo with the history that it has and the evolution over time. I remember as a kid coming to John Ball Zoo, and it was like all concrete bunkers that the animals lived in, and habitats have evolved. And
they've evolved.
It is such a different experience now. If you haven't been, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, 135 years this year, actually.
That's pretty exciting. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mariah Malone, Communications Coordinator with John Ball Zoo. You've been listening to WYCE's Community Close-Up, a weekly public affairs program produced in partnership with the Rapidian, a hyper-local news service of the Grand Rapids Community Media Center. This is WYCE's Janet Zahn. Thank you for joining us.